How you on some gum? You supposed to be on the upper, not a downer, bitch. Crazy. I see. Did you get true to the game? 92 of them hoes. Down. That's right. We checking it out. Checking it out. Y'all know Unify and Thrive. If you didn't know, now you know. You know what I mean? What he said? Rumble Show. Check out rumble.com. Follow us on the Instagram, the YouTube, the TikTok. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't. I've been telling people in our Instagram chat. I was like, if they subscribe and let us know, and we'll get away a free website. So a couple people then reached out and said they subscribed. You know what I mean? So I told them we'll do a drawing probably when we do our 100th episode for the main show. Yeah. Hero, what up with you?
Same old shit. Trying to reach the people again as we always do. Bringing y'all a little bit of formal, informative information that some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know. But there's always something that you don't know. So it's always good to listen, even when you don't feel like listening. That's where we at today.
Yeah, Hero, you know his job. I'm gonna invite you again. Yeah. Ooh. 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 He got tired of me on his ass, Paul. Yeah, and him, nah, I don't see him. Nah, but ain't nigga
I'm
front.
about to jump out.
Ain't nigga front though, Frank. You do be juggling a lot, and yeah, right. You be juggling a lot. So I'm glad to see you finish something. You pick something else, but you finish something. I don't know. In our season, you been kind of. Cause of where you at?
I'm jumping in now.
Hey, before we get started,
Yes.
Unifying Thrive. Hey, if y'all ain't know, Unifying Thrive. Hey, Agent Orange put the man wife out after he done voted for him. Y'all see that crap? Some Latino dude, some immigrant dude, he voted for Trump, and then his wife got deported.
Oh yeah. She was throwing the
Yeah,
shit outside.
yeah. Unifying Thrive, man, because they don't care. Yeah, uku spooku. So what we talking about today? What we got going on? What? We are, but Hero ain't. So I don't know what's up with that Hebrew.
Keep sending a request. I don't know what's going on with this
I don't even
shit.
see the request.
I keep sending requests, but it say guest request and sent. Request sent. That boy
Man,
said, look,
are you even on it?
look,
They probably did.
huh?
Yeah, I tried. I'm invite.
See
It's
what
invited. You can try it. You can't.
if
Oh
you can
no.
invite me in. And they go in a little booth, but shit, now I want to let me go nowhere. Going, You know they don't.
I'm a dead to TikTok, Frank. If you on TikTok, yeah. TikTok, yeah. Crazy, crazy.
So where should we start? um, First of all, it's a helicopter and an airplane that crashed into each other. Correct? Yeah. That was the report. Okay. First of all, why is a jet? Because it was a personal jet. Why is a personal jet at the same altitude as a helicopter? The
So
highest, the highest, the highest helicopter they have feet wise can fly I think 18,000 feet. I want to say.
so
The jet,
um,
a jet is about roughly 60, 50 to 60,000 feet.
so look, I'm gonna say only that it was near the airport. So I'm saying land. Everybody was trying to land, and that got kind of misconstrued. Those signals got crossed. You know what I'm saying?
But so indeed, but how's a helicopter over water trying to land? What is the helicopter doing sitting over the water? And you got to think about it. A helicopter can maneuver like this. A helicopter can do like so what did it so you
More senses.
the whole front look at the whole front glass. It's basically the whole front of it is see-through. You see right through whatever's coming. You would want us to believe that the helicopter was backwards and it crashed into the back of it, that it didn't see it. But if it's a Black Hawk helicopter, it has some type of radar system that would tell it that something is close to it, correct? That it can drop, elevate. It can drop, it can elevate, it can maneuver unlike a jet can maneuver.
Yeah.
That shit is impossible.
Check, check.
Do
Yeah.
you get what I'm, it starts to think about the train derailments and why is now all the trains starting to jump off the tracks when they was never jumping off the tracks before. You know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like I said, even though as you said they was landing, they could have been landing, or I believe the narrative is to say that flight 5342. Now listen to that flight. Listen to that flight number.
Uh-oh.
5342. Come on, man, stop it.
All right, get into
right
it.
there.
What's the gematria? What's the numerology? What is it? Let's go. Break it down for the people.
5, 3, 4, 2.
It's basically it's a psyop. Okay, when you put these numbers into the system, it tells you what coincides with certain keywords. You know, like staged events, it coincides with that. Potomac River coincide with plane crash. Washington D.C. coincide with plane crash. It's the numbers that all starts to line up with these key type words. You get what I'm saying? Especially staged events. Because you froze, everybody froze.
Right.
And we talk about some shit on the way. Listen,
We
froze. But anyway,
we said
that's basically what it is. Is when the numbers start to add up and they match up too perfectly. Then you start to see that some shit don't make sense, and then you start to really look into like we explained the flight patterns and how a helicopter move, how a jet move. A jet got capabilities of great movement as well. It's not like a regular airplane. You get what I'm saying? It can maneuver too. You get what I'm saying? So both of the flying objects are in the sky with both of these capabilities to be able to maneuver sometimes at will. But we know a helicopter can at will, but that wasn't the case. When have you ever heard in history that a plane has crashed into a helicopter?
I can't recall. I feel like this stuff has happened before. Planes hit planes before. Yeah.
A helicopter though.
No, that's very unlikely. It's it's
That's
almost like earlier today I was talking with some people. I was like, it seems like a hit on somebody on the plane. They don't care about murking a whole plane full of people to get one person.
War, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would be very suspicious if the helicopter fired on the plane, with a missile or gun or whatever, and blew it out the sky. That would be like, okay, why do we have our military attacking our commercial liners over DC? So if it was a hit and they wanted to get somebody, they weren't going to shoot them out the sky like that. So they ram a helicopter into it, make it seem like an accident, kill everybody, and then of course their target or whatever. It could be a sanctioned hit or something, but these things you never know. You know what I'm saying? They always sound fishy. We know the news is gonna lie to us about it regardless. It just stinks, and it's one of those things. It's like, are we ever gonna learn the truth? Or 20 years from now, whoever's president will declassify some shit, and we get to see what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it, and I ain't got no recent history. Helicopters crashing into no planes. That's kind of. It do sound kind of lottery-esque, right?
Super rare.
And nobody survived, which is kind of expected. You feel me? 67 bodies, but yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah. And how many bodies was it, cuz?
67.
Which is 13. You see how they go? Did you catch it?
Yeah.
You see? That's their number. 1333. They use 69. You know what I'm saying? Mainly 13. That's their number. It's very ironic that 67 people died. And my thing is, I believe it was probably a AI helicopter. Won't nobody flying that helicopter. They have the capability
drone
for this shit to fly. You get what I'm saying?
What about
It could have been that.
The victims? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe they're not real people, or they are real people? They're just victims. They just picked a random flight.
Check this out. They could have did this. They could have went to the morgue. They have a million bodies. Could have took all the bodies on a plane and just did that. It made you think. It's mighty ironic that, see, one thing you got to learn about these people, when they don't want you to know something, they make it happen in a place where you are unable to really find out what's going on. It's in the water. So who is out there really going in the water to try to find bodies and shit? They're out there doing it, saying that this is what we're doing. It ain't like the community out there saying, yeah, we're going to go help them find some bodies. They got their whole team already out there doing shit.
Yeah, it's the authorities.
It's state.
Yeah.
It's a whole stage. It's no different than when they didn't want the people to go back into the disaster areas because y'all around there redlining and claiming all this shit to be a disaster area, and nobody can go back in here because y'all ready to take the land because it's something there you're hiding. It's
Well,
nothing
they
for them
said
to
it
be
was it's supposed to have been a figure skating team up there. Which
Yeah, that's another like they'll
Come on,
murk a whole
man.
figure skating team and then stage by like I know I'm with you. The news can say whatever. It's like a movie. The media is like theater.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? We know that it's theater. Like more than half the shit up there is not real. It's staged or whatever. But when they go through this much trouble for something, you know, it just makes you wonder like to what benefit. You know what I'm saying? How far are they willing to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, and what's the reasons? We'll probably never
let me
know.
play devil's advocate. Like, could it just be a mistake? Could it just, some freak accident, dog? Like,
Too many. We talking about modern technology, Black Hawk, military aircraft, tools, alarms, radar. Same with the plane. I don't see it. I don't. At least one of the parties had to be. The helicopter seemed to be the one to be the offender, the one that was aiming for the plane. Like the plane could have been flying, just taking off
private
or
jet.
landing. Where, yeah, but the helicopter was like, "I'm gonna get you." I think there was a video I saw where it seemed like the helicopter was the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I don't see it being an accident.
It's
Play it.
Can't
Got a
be.
video for a spring. Play a video.
I'm gonna try to find it. I don't definitely see no accident.
why he
I'm
looking
just
for.
trying. Yeah, go ahead though.
It just amazes me of all the shit that they could come up with, man. Like I told y'all, it's 2029, 225, which is the year of the nine. A lot of shit gonna be revealed, even a lot of their fuckery. The shit that they do, they give you this stuff and just say, well, here, you take it, accept it, and let me see what you do with it. Do you believe it? And they bank on that because if the media got it, there's a problem. That's all I can tell you. If
All right,
the
Nick.
media social outlets pushing it is a problem.
All right, cuz
All the
here
way
you
around.
go. So I'm saying, what's the odds of it being a mistake, right? Right. What's the odds? The odds of two planes colliding mid-air are extremely low, estimated to be about 1 in 11 million flights.
Come on, man. Can't make this shit up, man. You can't. So now,
Yeah, that
yeah,
sounds
then the
horrible.
people are with the reality of, do y'all believe this? Is this what y'all? This is where it's at now that y'all can do these type of things and throw it to the public and say, hey, this is what it is. When we see y'all torching and burning and flooding shit and creating chaos, we know y'all are guilty of these things, man. We see what's going on. Stop
Yeah, no.
diverting our attention to shit. That's what you're doing, diverting your attention, putting you back on the narrative. Oh man, we ain't going for it. We know better than that.
In fact, I think I found a video that's gonna show the crash. I don't know if it's good or not. I'm just gonna try it. But
All
but
right.
on this is apparently a helicopter going straight for. I think this is the helicopter here. This might be the plane. I don't know. Let me play. See what the fuck we.
Let's see.
On the
Now,
breaking
that
news we've been
video
covering
is
all
fresh.
night here.
Oh, okay. This is the plane, and the helicopter was like coming here from the left. I'm gonna run it back.
The latest now in the breaking news we've been covering all night here in the United States.
Boom.
The mid-air collision between an American Airlines passenger plane and a U.S. military Black Hawk helicopter that was on a training mission. 67 people were on board total between the two aircraft that collided over the Potomac River near Reagan National Airport.
The way you fly the approach into National Airport for runway 33, which is the shorter runway that an aircraft of this size would use,
Helicopter
is
right
you
here.
fly the approach to runway 1, and then you, at a certain point, you turn off and line up on the northwesterly runway. And that aircraft was in that banking turn as it was lining up for approach for runway 33. And that is that spot where underneath is a helicopter route. And so this is the collision point. Clearly is at that location along that helicopter corridor along the Potomac River.
The latest now in the
Listen.
breaking news we've been
I don't care what they saying, bro. There's no fucking way our modern technology, our aviation stuff is not gonna allow that to happen.
Hey,
Or
Craig,
it's gonna notify the pilots.
I don't even want to. I'm not. I ain't about to make a joke, but look, they got cars that stop before it hits some shit.
I mean, you can't really stop a helicopter in midair though, but
But you can deviate.
yeah, it's gonna
not
alert.
only that, hold on, it's in the most important part. Why is there a video of it?
Oh no, they got cameras everywhere, boy.
Record that.
They got cameras in the zoo
Yeah.
watching the pandas catch his ass. No, they got cameras everywhere.
For airports, yeah,
Yeah, but I
they'll
understand. Listen. That was too perfect of an angle of a view. Every time we get shit like that, man, you understood that it was caught on a camera stationary for us to see. The same way they did the
The
moon
camera-
landing. It's
But
no
also,
different.
look, so just like the
Cameras
boat,
I know. Yeah, I know it's cameras everywhere, but they know that. So of course you're gonna make it happen right there where the camera can see it, so you have the story to tell. Why didn't it happen somewhere where it was off camera?
ain't no
Why did it
off-camera
happen right
spots.
there to be
What they
right
telling you-
there?
What you saying is ain't no more off-camera space. Ain't no more off-camera space. Ain't no more off-camera space. They got you crossing the street.
No,
Ain't no more off-camera spaces.
I mean, but
They got you pissing
what I'm
behind the
saying
grocery.
is, they could have been. It could have been honestly. They could have been behind. They could have been in the wood, flying over the woods, over the trees. They could have been somewhere in an area like that.
too high.
That wasn't. That
That's
crash
too
was
high.
in a wide open area, good enough
So
to
look,
catch that
And
angle
also,
of that.
the angle is also at a landing strip, right? It's low altitude. You know what I'm talking about?
I,
It's that low altitude.
I get that part, and I understand that cameras are all over the airport. But what I'm saying is that view of them planes crashing right there to have a perfect shot. You getting what I'm saying, cuz? It was a perfect shot. It was almost like the moon landing. When they hopped out the moon, they had a perfect shot
Said the moon
because
landing.
they knew the camera was there. So you had to be in front of the camera to make sure that you got that perfect shot. So when you feed it to the media, you can go back and say, listen, it's on camera. Look right there. The same with the plane crashing into the tower. They had a perfect shot of this.
They did
Camera
hide
was
the
set up
Pentagon though.
perfectly.
The Pentagon one was
Come on with all-
was
They got more cameras than anybody else.
yeah, the Pentagon one was hidden because I think it was a missile.
We didn't get and we just now getting a view of what happened to the Pentagon maybe 2 years ago. To see the Scud missile hit it. Look how long that footage we ain't never seen. You get what I'm saying? It's just it's not a coincidence that it happened right there. Is what I'm saying. Because we all believe that it's fake. We ain't gonna buy into the shit. At least I believe it's fake. So me knowing that and then seeing the footage of where it took place and how it was shot, yeah, I think Hollywood was there.
Yeah, so I'm reading an article now saying that the Black Hawk crew say they were top pilots for the goddamn helicopter. Top pilots. So they want no rookie. Training.
Nah,
yeah,
I saw some
rookie.
saying something about some. It was a pilot that had like less than 500 hours of training or
know.
something. I don't even know. 500 sounds like a lot to me, but maybe in pilot terms,
There you go.
it's
Top
low.
pilots with 2,000 of air experience, hours of experience. That's what you're just saying.
But if you look at the video
That was,
that was conveniently provided, as Hero would like to point out, the helicopter was aiming for that plane. You can see a trajectory almost like a moth to a flame going straight to it. You know what I'm saying? And again, we know in our modern times our military vehicles have alarms, have radar, have sonar, whatever the fuck you call it, anti-missile detection, aerial detection. Like they're not out there flying blind. Even if it's nighttime, they may not have visual visibility, but the tools we know are gonna go off.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
but,
Radar.
look, And not only that, they watched a balloon float from China. Remember? Detect that shit, but you can detect two planes about to crash into each other, a helicopter and a plane. But you watch the balloon float
across the ocean.
It's crazy. Yeah, across the trees.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
pay
I put
attention
my.
to the date.
I think it's a hit. I think there was maybe somebody important on that plane, a whistleblower, somebody, a hit. It could have been a jealous husband or something. Who the fuck knows? And they were, whoever was
You know,
willing to murk a whole plane and had
And then
had
here
the
you go.
capability to send a helicopter over there to do it. Could have been manned. Could have been a drone helicopter. Maybe nobody's gonna do a suicide mission if they know about it. Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying?
So and the media gonna pull on your heartstrings, right? Because the first images or word of anybody's on it was young folks, people, something that
Skaters.
everybody like, skaters, right? Somebody that everybody like, it ain't beef with nobody, right? You got to feel bad for the skaters, and we do, but it's like that's only 36 people. What are the other 35 people at?
I think
You know what I'm
that
saying?
I think the protocol is to notify families first before you put them out. I don't know. I don't think they would just. They wouldn't want. You wouldn't want to hear about a loved one dying on the news before you
No,
know.
you're right, but still, they only put out the skater people. They ain't put their names out. They put a picture of them out, but they ain't say who they were. But again, what other 30 people at? Why they put them out first? Why
And at
not
least
all
some
six
pilots.
together?
The pilots. I think I saw a stewardess. There was a little bit more people sprinkled around, but yeah, I don't think it was all of them.
They have crisis actors. They good for that. You can Google crisis actors, and they'll become a crisis actor if you want to. But my thing is, it's nothing for them to get a shitload of bodies from the morgue and load these bodies onto a plane and literally have two planes crash into each other that's literally operated by
Full of
probably remote.
full of
If you
bodies.
can guide a missile, yes, if you can guide a missile from one target to another, you can fly a plane without a pilot driving it and land it. You're not telling me you can't. Y'all
They
have the
already-
technology. The shit's y'all can't.
Nah, that's
Oh,
true.
matter
You know,
what's the move? What's the
you
move?
give us drones. Think about it. Yeah, they give us the drones just to throw it in our face, to let you know that you can fly things without somebody being inside of it. That's just a little bit of technology they give us. That just letting you know that y'all can fly something that small, we can fly something big as a house without
y'all
somebody being inside of it.
Do y'all
You know
remember
they
the movie
do-
Stealth?
Who?
Stealth.
Yeah,
255.
STEA.
Stealth. STEALT. Yeah. With Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx,
Yeah.
and they was training the AI or the manless drone,
Mm-hmm.
and they was
Can't
just trying to
catch
teach
that
it. It was trying to they supposed to be the best pilots, and they got them. The drone was trying to defeat them and beat them, or they was trying to beat the drone, or whatever, which one it was, right? But the drone ended up getting a mind of his own. It was about to drop a bomb or some more shit, right? But yeah, that's the move. So they been had the drone, of a whole plane driving itself and thinking for itself.
They making AI cities. If you can make a whole city ran off of artificial intelligence, how you can't make a plane fly plainly off of artificial intelligence? I mean, they tell you the things that they can do without literally telling you. That's why they escape the bullshit, because they letting you know what they do. We just got to sit back here and decipher the shit and understand what it is for what it is. A lot of people don't want to understand that. They get off on the fear of the crises of what's going on. They have to. They got to create the chaos, and they creating it, especially with shit like this. And we would never know who was on that plane, if it was real people on that plane. The same with the people that was on the 9/11's plane or none of them planes. We don't know none of them people. They can give you any name in the world, and then they gave us hijacker's name, and then was getting sued because the man said y'all gave him my name, and that I'm not even that person.
Yeah, I remember
Come
that.
on.
Yeah. But Muslims, they do have a lot of common names. So it could have been just a dude, devil's advocate. It could have been another dude with the same name. But, you know, a lot of them are like Muhammad. There's like 5 names that they just recycle all the time. But yeah, no. What was I about to say? Oh, Tim said the horrible movie. I never even heard of that Jamie Foxx movie, so it must have been horrible.
No, it was 2005. So.
Oh, okay. You talking about
Earlier
20 years ago?
movie.
I definitely don't know it back then.
It was early in his prime, in his time.
Okay,
He
'cause
starting out then.
I fuck with Jamie Foxx's movies. I never heard of them, so it must have been like real early. But yeah.
You got to push
Hmm.
what's going on. They're pushing everything to the artificial world. So everything you have, they sell you in a smart form. So everything they're using is in a smart form as well. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to tell us that they can just push a button and have the helicopter lift up or have the airplane lift up. They don't want to introduce us to that. Right now, they got us on just the cars. Hey, you get in this car, you know the car drives by itself. You know, they're giving us that. They hand feeding, spoon feeding us this shit rather than just saying, listen, this is what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Giving it to us in disasters. The same with the fires. You know, y'all talking about when the fire started saying, hey, no, we have lasers that can just attach. Now, what is not only that, hold on. The trails. Google what flies. There's no pilot flying shit.
Mm-hmm.
AI is flying it. There you go right there. Shit. We know y'all can fly shit without a human person being in the suit.
No, that's fact. They probably had that capability for like over 10 years now.
No. If China can put a sun in the sky at 100,000 degrees for about a couple hours, you don't think they can have some unmanned drones? You know, unmanned planes, stealth planes, some cars that can float on the water. You know what I mean? Like, that's a given.
Not to mention those drones that were flying over Jersey a few months back. So we could almost assume those were unmanned. You know what I'm saying? Not manned. So yeah. Now I guess, you know, again, this just happened. I think it's less than 24 hours or about 24 hours. So as the days and the weeks progress, I'm sure maybe we'll get more information. Maybe there'll be more conspiracy theories that develop. But I think at this time we can safely say that there's no way on this green earth that it was an accident. I think that's a safe bet. Yeah. I think in saying that, I also think that the helicopter is the aggressor. The helicopter, for whatever reason, sought this plane, maybe just specific plane or just a plane, but it definitely, I don't think we could blame the plane for hitting the helicopter. You know, it's less mobility. The helicopter can shuck and jive, do all these things. Plus, it's smaller and it's more mobile. So I think the helicopter is the aggressor in this incident. And so those are the questions we have. What the fuck?
Somebody said, could have been a request from Russia to Trump, since Trump and Putin so buddy. Could have been a request, you know, to get that plane out of here. Get that person out of here.
Kill somebody on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how I don't know. It's a military joint, so unless
it's a commander in chief. What you mean?
I'm talking about the military. Unless we saying we got Russian agents in our military, I don't know.
There was a bunch of Russian people on that plane, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but no, they wouldn't do
For real?
Like that.
Yeah.
Russian civilians or like just Russian people that lived here?
I don't know. I think the skaters were Russian, so I'm assuming. I think it was a bunch of Russians on the plane.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They wouldn't do that.
That's news to
I ain't
me.
got them pissed. Yeah, I don't see them doing that on the strength. They know the position that Putin is in. Putin ain't with that bullshit. So there's no need to try to, nah. We didn't did and so we already know what's going on and basic with the whole situation as far as what we believe. It's 67 people, 13 as usual, and the media have. pushed for a reason. Once the media touched it and had the whole world talking about it, we know it was a psyop. We know it's something y'all put together only for energy stealing purposes. Y'all got to have some type of chaos going on in the fucking world. And then the next 2-3 weeks is going to be a whole different situation. We're going to be talking about something else. We know how this shit goes. This shit got the whole world attention. Crash. Look how much attention that shit from.
Yeah.
And people stop jacking the attention.
Also say, and we say this so often too, every month or so, every 45 days or so, something. It's something. If it won't Trump, it was Diddy. It was, you know, it's always something. Stock market, little blimp crash. There's always something.
Crypto. Yeah.
Yeah, something.
It's something to hide something. It'd be something to hide something though, because once you got everybody focused on one dumbass situation, nobody focus on what's important. That's how they do it, because like I told you, something of this magnitude and big as it is, it has commanded damn near the whole world's attention, because other countries like, what? They have planes crashing into each other. They looking at the shit the same way we looking at it. Like, hold on, this shit don't fucking happen. Airplane and a helicopter.
Not America. Not Big Brother.
Yeah, then
America.
Like, oh, not in America. Not in America. Not in the West. Hey, not in the West.
Right,
not in the diaspora. Not the diaspora. Not, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Hey, listen. These people gonna continue to do this to us until we come to the realization that they think we are their children or something. That they could just tell us anything and this is what we do. When y'all are out here creating all the shit that happens, only to turn around and report it to us to get our reaction from the shit.
Yeah, get your attention.
What type of shit is that?
Get your attention.
Exactly, because that's your attention is part of the participation. Remember,
Right.
Remember, I always call people participation junkies. People just can't say no. So once we start participating in it,
Frank just said
this
that.
is when they continue to push. They need it, yeah.
Frank just mentioned that. Then you just talk about that, Frank, on the book. Just stop participating in certain stuff that you ain't got a business participating in. I think you were talking about with the sugar and with the lifestyle, and then allowing certain energy to come to you, right, or invade your space. But it's the same thing, man. And look at us. Look at us. Took our evening.
Hey, we content creators. Yeah, no, we need something to talk about. We need something to talk about. It is happening. It's fresh. So that's what that is. But as soon as I seen it, you see the video, you're like, bro, there's no fucking way. It's either a hit.
Yeah, it got wings real fast. It's not a Black Swan event, but it's rare. A military Black Hawk smacking into a plane. You know what I'm saying? That's not everyday news. It's not like somebody getting robbed or shot. Yeah. So it's like remember that bridge, that boat that hit the bridge. It was like in the middle of the night. It just hit the thing, explosion. Fucking bridge came down. Like it's almost like as rare as that. Like things that it doesn't happen every day in the world. It's a once every 10, 20, 30 years, something crazy. And this is one of those here you
things.
go. Whatever happened to that boat? Whatever happened to the bridge? Niggas forgot all about it, boy.
Is it did they rebuild it already? I have no idea.
It's gonna take years.
Look how long they had to stay on the bridge. Look how long them people had to stay on the boat. Nobody ever thought about that, because they didn't want talking to nobody on the land. Them people had to live out. They was on that boat for like almost 3 months. Research that. I'm dead fucking serious, because they didn't want them people to talk to nobody and have no communication with what was going on the land part, that they made them stay on that boat that long.
Oh, my bad.
Anybody said that?
They said they reopened the bridge in June.
It just opened this year, or it's going to open this year.
It opened in June. It opened back up in June, and then they said it cost $100 million to clean up, though.
Oh, so it's back.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Okay. I looking at I hate these fucking when you Google a question and this AI shit is always wrong. I hate these AI overview. Yeah, it's saying it's gonna open in fall of 2028. The AI.
So, yours said that, and mine said something different. That's crazy. The Prince Peacock Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland is predicted to take several years to rebuild. The Port of Baltimore opened And so the bridge, all right, the bridge not up. The port open, but the bridge not back.
Okay,
All right.
so the bridge. I don't know. Like this AI stuff, it's kind of like hit and miss.
Fall 20. I see it. Fall 2028. All right.
Okay, so
They ain't started rebuilding their bridge yet though, and it's gonna cost. He said 1.2 billion.
that sounds like a lot for a fucking bridge. I don't know shit
Well-
about building bridges. 10, 20
But-
million max.
Shit is through the roof. Eggs is $10 for 18 eggs. You can only imagine what a box of nails costs, nigga.
30 million
Got the money.
max. $1 billion.
Contract.
That's crazy.
But it got to be worth it. It got to be worth it because, like you said, hundreds of thousands of people cross that bridge every day.
Yeah.
They can tax the hell out of them people.
Cause that was a lot of the goods were being shipped in through that area as well too. That's why the bridge was taken out because it stopped a lot of the supplies from going there. Cause that was one of the main bridges. So they're gonna slow stroke them. That's like a tariff being put on the people in that area without being told that a tariff was being put on you. Now you got to get the goods in a different way. So we're gonna slow down the way the goods is coming into your area. You see how that works? That's how people basically try to hand feed you and cut you off by doing some shit like that never happened. When did boats started crashing into the bridges? All of this shit just started to happen all of a sudden, and everybody's looking like, well, where did it come from?
That shit was mad rare too.
And that boat was
Exactly. Everything you hearing about disaster wise and where the media is pushing it, you're like, hold on, man. When did people started to do this shit? When it makes no sense. So then you look to see, well, making this shit because it ain't creating itself. Somebody's behind it. It always been somebody behind it.
All right, where it go?
What you talking about?
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
The Googlers say a boat hit a bridge almost a couple times a week, but it'd be minor, minor shit, nicks and dings, not no catastrophic.
Yeah, they talking about like bump. Somebody bump. You could be in your regular boat and bump up against the bridge, and then make a report and say, hey, I need to file an insurance claim because I bumped the side of the bridge. They got to report that. You see how that works?
Yeah.
So we talking about somebody reporting where they took the whole structure down. That shit is not happening.
That's not. Now what about?
Again,
So we
not
got
only
this,
that, you make sure something big enough and heavy enough to do it. Something carrying containers is big enough and heavy enough to be able to knock some shit down. Because no regular boat could do it, correct?
Not only that, you saw how it came down like paper though. Like it hit the exact right spot for that shit to collapse like
40 years old.
a house of cards. You know what I'm saying?
I said that the whole time. Something very heavy. Y'all stack that bitch with containers on top of the weight that the boat already had. Had that bitch at probably, I don't know how many knots you had that bitch riding at to crash into the bridge. Man, come on.
And what about this? So we got a
And these
TikTok
people
video.
we supposed to trust and believe.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, this lady's talking about what is it? CNN reported the plane crashed 6 hours before it happened. I haven't seen it. Let's see what she's talking about. Maybe something's here. I don't
No one
know.
want to explain how or why CNN was able to report this plane crash 5 and 6 hours before it happened.
What? All right. So what are we looking at? Hold up. She has. I don't know when she put this out. I'm assuming.
So basically, the clips is saying that the article was 6 hours before the shit happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But we don't know when she made this
they
video,
reported
though.
it.
It had to been today, but
No,
yesterday.
the date on the top of the page right here, you can see it. Is they reported it at on the 29th. Didn't the crash happen on the 30th?
Oh,
This is
yeah,
on-
it says Wednesday. It happened today.
Hey. Exactly. Today is the 30th. This is their page 29th.
Oh, so how she
And
she
that
got a screenshot of the day before? Okay.
so how is that possible? How is y'all reporting a crash that didn't even take place till the next day?
Mm.
And it's the time is on the page along with the date. So how did y'all manage to pull that off? If this really happened,
Yeah, no, that's kind of fishy.
I told it's just the shit that they give us just for us to be able to decipher and see what it is that we can do with it. Are the American people really paying attention? Are they really, are they still gullible as we think they are, that we could just feed them any narrative and see how they do with it? You know, they like to make TikTok videos all day long. Let's see what they do with this. And then we'll get them making 1 million videos about this.
Let's see what else she said. Yeah.
That's what they got. They like the video for
What? See,
Was that a
timestamp?
cat?
10:43 p.m. 5 hours before it happened. 6 hours before it happened. What? So I'm not military, so I don't really know exactly what this means. But I've heard that the call sign on the helicopter was PAT 25, which I guess means priority air transport. So what was in that helicopter?
equals
And who was on that plane? Those are my first two questions.
equals
Along with, I don't know, this suspicious activity. Something's happening. Once again, red flags left and right.
Yeah. Hey, we just people. We don't know shit, man. We just try to make a dollar, pay our bills.
I get some takeaways, man. We still we still paying taxes on a rock flow through space, man. What y'all got for takeaway? I go first, man. Unify and thrive. Get your money out. First responsibility. Eat some food. Get some decent food, man. Take care of yourself. Cause when it's time to war, and when they cut the damn grid off, and you ain't got no water, you ain't got no food, or when you ain't got no solar power in the crib, or when they just start coming to your house and start taking your shit, you ain't got no knives, no guns, or no organization. All I'm saying is take the first responsibility, man.
So many black pills.
Work out. Work out. Love your family, man. Get right with your people. Cause you're gonna need a army. You're gonna need a village. You're gonna need some community around you when Spookyville get spooky. You know what I'm talking about? We're in a new dimension. That's what I got. Unify and thrive.
Yeah, bro, get the book. Boom, it's right here. It's on Amazon, or you can go to elusiveperspective.com. Check it out. Wake up from the Matrix, and the news is the news. I don't know anything about what's happening with this helicopter plane stuff. I guess over the next few days or week, we'll learn more about it. Maybe there'll be some valid conspiracies that come out of this. I think that's going to happen. That always happens. But yeah, the news is full of shit. They lie to you all the time. They rile up your emotions. Just turn the shit off and unify and thrive. That's what I got. And get the book. Appreciate y'all. Yep.
They all like this. They basically showing y'all what's coming. They done put it out there. They done put it in the media to let y'all know that planes are doing what with each other, running into each other. So, with that being said, be careful when you're booking your flights. You might want to get on the water for a little while, you know, stay out the air. I ain't trying to scare nobody because that's not what I am. I'm not a fear mongerer. But what I'm telling you is, and showing you the things that they're planning to do. So always understand that these people don't care about you, never have, never will. You're just a number to them. So just keep that in mind while you're moving through your daily routine.
Social security number. It's your bank account. It has millions in there.
And before we go, don't forget to go to rumble.com. You know, follow. If you're watching this video, like the video. If you're watching this video, like the video. Watching this video, wherever you're watching this video at, like the video. Follow the TikTok, the YouTube, the Rumble, the Instagram, all the places, all the things. Say what?
And we apologize to the TikTok. We apologize to the TikTok fans. They ain't want to let us get on tonight. I don't know what it is. Maybe they ain't want to hear us talking about it. But they always on my ass. So they probably they do what they do when it comes to me. So, you know, I'm always in the hot seat when it comes to them people.
They been
But we'll
fucking with your
apologize to our
accounts.
friends. We'll try to be back.
Yeah. They always fucking with you. You had like 10 accounts on there. They kept fucking with. But
They'll burn every one.
you keep
My
making
account
more.
now still say account. It still say account warning. I can't. I'm like, damn. It's crazy, man.
They already know your phone. When you make a new account, yeah.
You gotta get a new phone number, brother.
Yeah, I don't know, like the IP address.
Something. VPN or something. But yeah, let us know. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all the things. We'll see you next week. Sorry we weren't on yesterday, but we're on today. We made it. We're here. 24 hours late, it don't matter.